Gosh, we are live. Hello, everybody,
We
and
are
welcome
back.
to. We are live. Welcome to Committed Gaming. I am Fleet 5311,
And I'm Slowly.
and this is Let's Talk number 10. And again, we've got a bunch to talk about, especially with The Taken King hopefully being released tomorrow. So probably by the time you watch this, and let you watch it tonight, you will be well. I guess that thing doesn't. They're not going on until. It's assumed that they're not going on until um, Sony, which isn't until 9 o'clock Eastern time. So it's gonna be a late night for us, but it's gonna be pretty awesome either way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Like, there's so
I
much speculation
know.
on the Taken King about all the new stuff that's coming out. Hey, apparently we're supposed to be getting subclasses. New subclasses. I'm
Ru-
kind of excited.
So let's talk about. So there was a leak on Kotaku, which is an interesting website. I didn't really know much about it. I kind of spent, I don't know, 2 or 3 days just browsing through all of their stuff and just kind of watching it just to see what kind of stuff picks up on there. But it's a ton of stuff. So we can start there with the subclasses. So apparently we're getting new subclasses. We're getting, everybody's rounding out, what they don't have. So with the Warlock, we're getting Electrical Storm. Now I say we're getting, this is all again speculation. We'll find out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So people on the internet are joking around like this is going to be like Emperor Palpatine, Star Wars, lightning out of the hands, or like somebody else was joking around like you're going to be like a Titan with you're just going to be holding like Roman candles, but like the lightning grenades out of your hands.
Yeah. See, what I want them to have is like you like launch the super like the Sunsinger does, and then just a cloud over a large area comes out, and then just lightning just starts coming down and zapping people.
Could be sweet. You just cast a big old storm cloud.
It would be
Awesome.
awesome.
Oh, by the way, check this thing out. Check out this thing. Ready? That is a scout rifle, ladies and gentlemen. That is a scout rifle.
Inspect player.
Some would
A
think it's an
shadow.
auto rifle. Oh my gosh.
Full
Also,
auto, snapshot, zen moment, quick draw.
it's a laser pointer.
It's awesome.
I've been re-rolling this thing for weeks. I really wanted full auto and some sort of balancing item and Firefly, but I never got it. Also this. This thing is super freaking fun.
It's
I
so
am
loud.
the
Holy
Lord of
crap.
Wolves. Right, that's the thing. I think, as we're getting distracted here, the sound of this thing, I don't know if we can crank the sound up right now, but like, it like thunders when you shoot the Lord of Wolves. It's awesome. So this thing is super flipping cool. I also have the Dreg's Promise, which is okay. It's kind of fun. I haven't got it to the fully maxed out yet, but we'll see. So anyway, let's focus here. We're back. We're talking about subclasses. So the Electrical Storm so the Hunter is getting the Gravity Bow, which sounds flipping sweet. I'm hoping
It sounds like
you just
another
have a
precision thing. Like the hunter, I think they're just gonna stick with that. Like the hunter's a very precision super person, and I'm kind of interested.
and we're going to talk about. I want to talk about that here. As soon as we'll go through these, and then I'm going to kind of loop back around here. And then the Titan is going to get the flaming hammer for its solar. So some people
Yeah,
are kind of hoping it's
flaming.
going to be like Thor, right? We've got it on a chain. He's kind of spin it and throw it, and it comes back. And but let's talk about that. So right now, we have the Titan, which it has no range. It's got support and no real range. The
Yeah.
Warlock has range and its support with its solar self-res, which pretty much what everybody runs. Nobody really runs the other options. And the speaking of the Hunter specifically, it doesn't really have a support kind of backup.
No, it
Kind of
doesn't.
sit back and hang out. It's all streetly offensive. Let's get this done. I'm going out. Go hard. Class. So I think it's interesting. I'm wondering if they're ever going to do that. I doubt they will. I think because you're a hunter, right? You're supposed to be in it. But
yeah, you
oh
think
my
they'd give us
God.
maybe something to round it off? You know what I mean? I don't know.
yeah, I need you to start doing some damage. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get wrecked. Get wrecked.
I'm totally doing damage.
I shouldn't have done. No, I'm saying I'm right. I'm saying so we can all get our Cabal major
Okay.
kills. Get off for a half second there. So there's that. So I think it's going to be. I'd like to see a little bit more kind of balancing around that, but we'll see. I would like to see them. I mean, the Warlock does have its big OP. Not OP. We just got this big offensive as the Nova Bomb. I'm hoping that the electrical does something pretty slick. I think they really need. Warlock needs something super cool.
Let's head toward the gate.
Because it's the Sunsinger is fun, but it's only. I mean, it's very. You have to basically die to make it functional. To you know, it's kind of what you're the anchor, right? Unless now, granted, you know, we did a Prison of Elders a couple nights ago with Titan and 2 Warlocks as Sunsingers, and we just said the heck with it. It was the 34, and the 34 this week is easier than the 32. And we just said the heck with it, just started slinging Axion bolts, or not Axion bolts, but firebolt grenades everywhere and generating orbs for days. That was pretty fun. We just cycled supers the entire 34.
Yep.
So that was fun. So okay, so what else we're gonna get? We are looking to get a new raid. All alleged. This is all alleged. That we're gonna be fighting Oryx. He's supposed to be the Taken King. Now we don't know if the Taken is like a subsect of the Hive, or if it's the 5th enemy race that was teased out, I guess, with the concept art.
Look for something I can access.
So people are trying to wrap their head and speculate around what Taken are gonna be.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't remember what the concept art, what the extra ones, the 5th class looked like, but I'm assuming it's just gonna be some sort of weird subsect of the Hive. That's gonna be what I'm assuming. They're like an elite group. They're called the Taken or something.
I don't know. I'd like a 5th subclass, a 5th enemy.
Well, and I'm going to take that thought of a 5th enemy and tie it into something I would love to see, because the content allegedly is going to be about the same size, almost the exact same size of Vanilla Destiny. Whoa, I just got meleeed across the room while supering. So with that, I would love to see another planet. That's what I want. I want another planet. And so maybe
I want my snow.
I want snow. Right? Snow. I want to see that Walker trudging through the snow.
Like, okay, we got teased. We got teased with it in the concept art every time we got an update, and then we got teased again on it on the trailer for this DLC. Like,
Yep.
Disappointing.
I want snow. I want snow so bad. Alright, that thing's gone. Took care of the
Alright, did you get the Cabal?
No.
Alright, I got mine. I'm gonna let you just kill select.
Okay, I got mine. Mine's down. Oh, nope, that's relic cards. Oh, wow. Are there any more, yellow bars?
The big guy. Big guy's a yellow bar.
Guess he's gonna meet the Lord of Wolves here. I am. Yep, and that was it. Perfect, that was the last one.
Nice.
Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get this done. So, hopefully we get a new planet. Hopefully we get a new enemy race. We get a new raid. Thank God. I'm so ready for a new... Oh, I was going to go finish it.
Oh, okay.
We just go here. We get... I assume we get some sort of XP for finishing things.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I see my dots move when I finish on my gun leveling. I'm wearing mixed match armor. Please, people do not think, why is he wearing no backup plans as a striker titan? That's because these missions don't matter, and I'm just trying to get stuff leveled. Reasons. So all this stuff is going to be coming at a price of $40. We're going to be getting strikes, plural, crucible maps, plural, one raid. So I don't know. I'm excited. $40. I mean, we're Destiny tryhards. We're going to pay for it. We're going to be excited about it. I think that's a
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
fair price, especially if they give us
There's a lot
all of that.
here.
If it's as much as all the
I'm not
DLC
sure
put
they
together,
even
which is kind of
understand
what,
the
if you
gate
take
is.
the 2 DLC and put them
But if
together,
we're
it's
going to wake
probably
the
about,
Gaylord's Eye and get into the Black
if
Garden,
we get that much
looks like
content or
we're gonna have
more,
to go through the
then I'm
Cabal.
I'm gonna blow you up if you're not careful. So
Something
I think
like that.
$40, that's a good deal.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good deal. It's a disc information, like it's a disc DLC. Like
It's
that-
that's
a
what.
lot.
Well, I think so. I mean, that's what it seems like it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's the speculation at least. Is it's a disc DLC.
Yeah. So I wonder if they'll have like versions of it, right? Like kind of like the Destiny version, where they're gonna be special ones where you can, say you pay $50 or $60 and you get, I don't know, other things. You get a
Another
Dinklebot, you
ghost.
get a new ghost or something, right?
Make that number 3 since the game started.
That is a bit ridiculous, right? Only one ghost, basically 2 ghosts for the whole game. That's silly. Let's run back to the tower, please.
Tower.
So Reef's fine.
Okay.
So we other things that happened this week. Elimination was added to the Crucible. That was added to the rotation there. That's pretty cool. So now you can go out and practice. We still don't have private lobbies to practice, but hey, we're closer.
Okay. Yep. No, and that's needed because people need to practice without the stress. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially with with Charles being in there, and for those of us who don't, who aren't PvP players but want to try to get better at it, I think private matches are going to be a fantastic thing. But
Yeah.
who knows? They'll get there. That's segueing into what I'm getting ready to go over. So Bungie or Deej has updated on June 5th the community wish list on the Bungie.net site. And so here's the new things that they've added on it. Well, it's not new. This is the list. Some of these things are old.
Yeah.
Transmog, which we knew. Private Crucible matches, which we knew. Gun skins, which is kind of like transmogging. Guardian facial hair, vault storage, or vault sorting options. Geez, I could care less about sorting, but geez, I need more vault space.
We all need more vault space. God,
I
they
mean,
give
I'm
us
just
so much of
deleting.
this.
I'm deleting everything. I mean, I have yet to keep really any Queen's gun, any of the Queen's things, because I don't need them. None of them are good. I deleted. I got we beat the 35 the other night, and getting the percentage on getting primaries from the 35. That's where you get the burn versions of the primary guns, or from 35 from killing Skull-Loss. That drop rate is very low, and I got one. I got a Dregs Pro. I got the hand cannon. But I got it with Void Burn and Shank Burn.
Yeah.
How stupid is that? They need to fix that. That's just annoying.
No, they need to just deal with that stuff because it's like one of our good friends said. It's like he was expecting, like, he's not a PvP player. Like, he can play PvP, but that's not his strong suit. So he was hoping that the Prison of Elders weapons were going to be comparable to the Trials weapons, but they're not. They're just so much less. Like they are so much weaker than the stuff we have. Like, you don't even want to hold on to them. You don't want to keep them. But with the trial stuff is really good. It's spec'd really well. It has really good aim assist on a lot of those guns. Like, hey, go see. I did a couple review videos on some of their primary guns. I did one on the Jewel of Osiris, and I did one on the Messenger, the pulse rifle, and I have rave reviews about them. And it's just the Prison of Elders ones. I've dismantled them rather than level them.
I've kept one. I got one. I got the fusion rifle, and I got it with the one that does bonus damage to all fallen. And it doesn't do much more. Like, the extra damage you do isn't that great, but I kept it just in case they buff it. That's the only one that I've kept. I've dismantled every single one of them except that one.
Yep. The only one I have is the hand cannon, and it has stuns captains. That's the only one I have.
I mean, make them make sense. Like, if you have a hand cannon that's supposed to shoot captains, then make it arc burn. If you've got a gun that's got shank burn on it, then make it freaking solar so you can burn through their shields and make it useful. I don't know. It's dumb.
Yeah, I have at the Postmaster. I'm looking right now. I have the pulse rifle from them, and it has damage to fallen dregs, and it's void burn. It's like there's nothing good about this. There's no reason I should hold on to this at all.
Interaction resolved.
And Varix, stop selling all the armor with strength. It does nobody. You're not helping anybody.
No.
Okay.
No, it's like the only thing you can use any of the stuff you get from the prison for is the chances. That's the only like good thing you can use them for. And then on top of that, you get a rocket launcher with dreg burn. Yeah.
There's gonna be a day. Where we're gonna have to go fight the god Shank, and it's gonna have, instead of turrets, it's gonna have Galahorns, and it's always gonna be solar burn, and we're finally gonna get, what we had coming to us. All right, let's go do Patrol Cosmo.
I am authorized to assist
Okay,
you.
there's a gun with that?
Yeah.
Patrol Cosmo.
I mean, that's what it's going to be. So, okay, so let's continue down this list here. Crucible, map voting, expanding faction interaction, which I think that would be cool. If they could find a way to make that a deeper part of the game, the factions, that would be awesome. Like, make it actually mean something to be leveling up these factions. That would be cool.
Right, and that's the thing. It's like the only reason I'm even repping for a faction is the chance to get a shader or a ship.
The ship and the shader.
That's it. And I guarantee a lot of the other gamers out there, that's the only reason they're doing it too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's really the only things you get out of it. Aim assist toggle option. That sounds interesting. Rotating stock on tower vendors, dismantling consumable items, additional matchmaking options, and weapon rebalancing. That was one of the new ones. That one has not been on the list as of the last time. So they've added weapon rebalancing, which needs to be done, right? I mean, although what's interesting with this DLC, instead of we're gonna nerf Felwinter's Lie, we're just gonna make 4 guns that are just like Felwinter's Lie.
Right.
We're just gonna give you options.
Right. But don't nerf my.
That was their
rifles.
answer.
I'm so happy about the pulse rifles. Don't nerf them. They're so much fun.
Well, here's the thing with pulse rifles is they're still not the main gun in the game. If you're not using Thorn or Last Word in the Crucible, you're not at the most strong that you can be. I use a pulse rifle. I use Oversoul Edict, and believe it or not, I use Vision to Confluence, because I don't want to be that guy that uses Felwinter's, or I do use Felwinter's Lie, not gonna lie. But I'm not going to be the guy who uses Thorn, and I can't use Last Word. Although that gun, you just point and click and cross-map headshot people with it, and you're good to go. But I cannot use that gun to save my life.
Yeah, Thorn, I can't use it. I'm useless at it.
I can use it. I just don't.
I can't. Like, I can't get the kills with it. I don't know. I'm getting assists for days when it comes to that gun. But when it comes to like Felwinter's Lie, again, I can't get that single shot kill. I can't time it right. So I run Found Verdict, so that if I don't get that first kill, I can get that second.
You have a second shot. Yeah, I ran my hide. So I did that too. I ran a hide and seek for a little bit. I have a full auto 7-round hide and seek, which is fantastic because it's solar burn. So it's super fun in the prison when you got solar or when you're going against Cabal.
Yep.
But I need, because I play stupidly in Crucible, and I put myself in situations where I need that kill. Like, it can't be, they're almost dead. Like, no. I'm committed here. That guy's got to die. How did you miss with a rocket launcher?
It doesn't have aim assist on it, and he moved.
You missed with a rocket launcher.
I expected it to kill him. It's got like almost perfect blast radius.
But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was just too funny. I saw that rocket go past, and he just kind of like, meh, whatevs. Um,
Wannabe Randall the Vandal.
so I just can't. I cannot seem to do well with it.
I don't know.
Oh no! So
I-
yeah, so I needed Fell Witcher's Lie. I need to make sure that when I commit to that death, you know, to getting in close and personal, that when I hit that guy, he's gonna die. I can't have it. Well, he's mostly dead. Cause I tried, like I said, I tried using my hide and seek, my full auto hide and seek, and it did okay. But I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd
but
rather
I
have
just-
one and done as opposed to 2 or 3 shots to get it out.
Right.
Especially
I
with
get
what they
that.
did with special ammo. You know, you need to have that one-shot kill, otherwise you're sitting around wasting the ammo, which doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. I stick with my hide and seek. I mean, not my hide and seek, my bound verdict.
Bound verdict.
I would rather have those 2 shots than gamble it all on one, because I never get that one shot. Even if I'm running a fully leveled up Felonter's Lie with like 3 different range boosts.
Yeah, which, by the way, that found verdict, if you haven't ascended one of those things yet for Prison of Elders for the Fallen, I would highly recommend doing that. That was a darn good suggestion. I'm glad I took it.
Yeah, no. It's really, really, really good.
Oh, the wolves are over here in the divide.
Oh, fantastic. I have that. Just hoping I'm
That
making it.
orbit needs your help.
Yeah, well, he just, I
Guardians.
mean, this is the first round, I think.
Can't build
Yeah,
our
this is the first one, because it's the 2 guys with the Scorch Cannons.
encryption policy.
Sweet.
So speaking of Prison, we got an update from Bungie, and they're gonna be. Oh wow! I just killed myself with an aid. I don't know if they're gonna be. They're gonna be adjusting Prison of Elders, specifically Skolas, which they need to adjust Skolas and need to adjust the facts. But so they're gonna be getting rid of the burns. They're tired of people burning them down. But what's funny, because they also, if you read through the update, they talk about how people are taking too long in the prison, like the fights are way too long, which, you know, goes along with probably why there's no checkpoints. They want it to be faster. But I mean, that fight, and I'm going to get into my gripe about that fight here in a second. But that fight specifically lends itself to burn tactics because it takes so long if you don't do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta kill them quick because they're getting ready to leave. Okay, there we go. Okay. So they're going to be removing all burns, they're going to start including other modifiers, and they're going to change the combination of the ads that spawn in. So hopefully they'll be a little bit more balanced. You know, you don't get 5 servitors that show up that have more freaking health than he does. And that you have a smaller crit spot and you can't kill them. You know, and they talked about how the arc burn was, you know, a little bit too much when you're getting one shot by some random tracking round.
Right. Like it's kind of.
Yeah, arc burn was a bit. Although we had better success in arc burn than we did void. So I don't know what that says about us. But it was pretty funny. So let's go back. Let's talk about. Well, talk about burns real quick. What do you think about burn strategies?
I feel they're needed. Like when you get into the big kind of fights and everything, like it's kind of needed. Like hell, we had burn strategies for what was it for
Quodron.
farting. Yeah. We had burn strategies for actually we had burn strategies for everything. The Vogs, hard Vogs. We had like ways of just doing it in that, and you were just having so much fun, aren't you?
Oh, you got the Scorch game. Okay, that's fine.
Gorge got on. Where is
So, here's my problem with the burn strategy. And let's look at the fight we just had this week, the Golrot, the Unclean. Was that fight easy? Yes. Was it a mechanic that you had to take into consideration? Yes. Could you burn them down? No. Was it fun? You bet it was fun. Same thing with the
Oh, it's over here.
the flame prints. It was a very, very fun fight. You got a legendary engram. It's an easy fight, but you know you can't avoid the floor catching on fire. You can't avoid getting slowed down. You can't burn them down. The ads come at a pretty easy route. I mean, sure, you just sit back in that little corner and you can kind of fight out from there. But if those wizards jump up there, you have to deal with it. I think those two fights were done correctly.
No, those,
and those
are done
they're
very,
fun
very
fights. And you get a chance to, you know, you can get in, you can kill stuff, you have a chance to relax, you know, between ads, and kind of refocus. It's not so hyper-focused. You know, our group, when we do these burn strategies against Skolas, they are far more stressful than fighting any of those other guys. Because it's like, go here, stand here. If you move a half inch this way, you're going to blow yourself up. And it's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to be able to just go out and fight and play how I like to play a video game and how like the fights were intended. And you can't do that.
I agree, but the thing is, it's like these larger fights are just getting to the point where they're so complicated and so like everything has to be done so precisely, even with the normal fights, not even the burn tactics, that the burn tactics are the only ways we can complete them. Like I will say this first, I am okay, and I say that hesitantly about Prison of Elders. Like I'm not like some other YouTubers that go out there and they do everything right and they destroy everything. Like, I'm not that good. I know I'm not that good. But, like, the burn tactics are the only way I can seem to get those really complicated fights, like, done with. Otherwise, I will never get it done. So, if they simplify it, they make them like the other ones, not so many ridiculous mechanics in there, then I feel like the burn tactics will go out the window because nobody will care anymore. They'll just realize that it's fun to do it the normal way.
Well, let's look at the two rooms that have had burn tactics on them. Fallen Skolas and Quodron.
Yep.
The Vex, which are the worst two rooms in the game, in prison, in my opinion. They're very, very complicated. Things come out that, you know, the ads that come out are very strong, and they take away, as we mentioned in our Let's Talk, you don't actually get to fight. You are so focused on ad control and staying alive that you never really have time to worry about the boss. And because of that, it's faster and easier to just burn them down.
Yep.
And that's lame. You know, the mechanics are not hard. You know, poison, deal with that. Mines, deal with that. A VIP, we can do that if we could just survive the ads.
Okay, yes, I can agree with that. But again, that burn mechanic, if we do it right, like we were able to continuously do it, like keep passing it off and everything. But if one of us dies, like it just goes south at that point.
I mean the poison?
Yeah, the poison. Why did I say?
Yeah, you said burn, but I knew what you meant.
Yeah, the poison.
Well, so yeah, so I think one of the tactics there is to let your self-resing warlock take the poison. That way he can take it, just die, and pick himself back up, and it's not that big of a hard of a loss. It's not as stressful as trying to pass it all the way around. That's what
that requires,
that's what Invigorate and those guys did. I heard them on a podcast talking about kind of their strategy with it. And that's what they do. They just go to their warlock and let him die with it. And that buys some time.
I get that. Yeah, and I get it buys some time. But the thing is, it's like you can't rely on that every time the burn comes around. Like,
yeah.
Like, because unless the guy has like insanely high intellect and he's killing everything, then like he's not gonna have a super. Wait, what?
Nice work.
I said, which he didn't get from prison gear because it's all strength.
Right. No, and that's the thing. It's like you would have to have your intellect like maxed out and
Hey,
be
this
killing
is Holiday.
everything, and it's just.
Been for scans in this area.
I feel like the
Maybe goes
mechanics
the
might
details.
be need to dial down a little bit, or yes, like you said, the ads need to be dialed down. So something needs to give. Otherwise, the burn strategies will always be there.
Well, I don't know if they're going to be there anymore. I think,
know,
I mean,
getting rid of the burns.
so it'll be interesting. I mean, you know, we survived the hard times. We know we didn't, you know, they say they're going to reduce reduce Colossus' health to compensate for that there's a public event going on in the Divide.
This could be bad.
I'm here with you.
They're going to reduce his health back a little bit, and they're going to dial the ads, get the ads dialed in a little bit easier. I'm curious what they're going to do. I don't know what the public event is. I want to keep going. So I don't know. I'm glad to see that they looked at it like, man, this is just. I mean, it's taking too long. I mean, that's what they said. So I'm glad they saw that. You know, especially when you don't have checkpoints, it's taking too long.
Right, and that's the thing. It's like we get there, and then just trying to melt the guy or burn him down, or just even go through it normally. Like we wind up there for like an hour, maybe two, just trying to get it right, because something winds up happening, or you know, lag happens, and
That happens hard.
that happens a lot in the prison, especially at the boss section. Like we spawn in after failing once, and then like all doors open up, somebody's like running into
In the
a
floor,
wall.
down into the crystal burrows.
Yep.
How did I get down here? How are we into the floor, man? Broken. And you can't go back and come back. You can't go out and come back because
This could be
checkpoint.
going better.
Yep.
you're stuck with trying to figure out how to deal with the lag and how to deal with the fact that you just worked an hour to get to that point. Whatever. Okay. So that's that.
But yeah, there was a public event here, but I thought I had friendlies around me, but there wasn't. So I
So that's kind
yeah,
of
that
the
was
weekly update. That's the
Good
weekly
work.
update.
Notify
That's
Holiday.
the E3 hype and speculation, or for the Taken King anyway. That's kind of stuff that's on Bungie's website that they've got coming up to us. They got sidetracked here and there, but I think it's all relevant stuff that, you know, I think most Destiny players are feeling right now. We're all just trying to figure out how to cope with it all and to make it fun still. Which we're still having fun. I mean, I didn't play any prison or trials. Did you play any trials this weekend?
yes.
Oh, you played some. You went to the
actually-
lighthouse already, yeah? You got there once.
I got there 3 times this weekend.
Of course you did.
I'm sorry.
Good for you. No, there was a Reddit post about what about those of us who will never get to the lighthouse? There's something about like a confetti ball and stuff like that for us to play with, like a bounce house or something in the tower for those of us who'll never make it. It was pretty fun. Did you get anything
No.
good? Anything sweet?
Not really. Well, I got the new rocket launcher, which granted you don't get from going to the lighthouse. You get that from the level 8 package or 8-win package.
Sure.
So I'm leveling that up to see how that is. But everything else I got was either the same that I already had or the same with a different burn. So I'm hopeful for next weekend.
Okay, cool. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. No new primaries with burns. Nothing cool.
Nothing cool. I'm still
Do you
gonna
have
be
the summoner
putting
with the
more.
burn yet?
That's a scout rifle?
No, the summoner is the auto rifle.
Oh, no, I just have the standard summoner that we got from
First
when
week.
you sold it the first week.
Yeah, but I've got that one. But that's about as far as I've gotten.
Yeah, and actually I'm not gonna weigh my opinion on it. I'll probably make a video on it. You all just have to go see it.
You have to wait and see.
Teaser.
Teaser. Spoiler alert. Alright, cool. So, the rest of E3, which starts tonight with Bethesda, and they're allegedly going to be announcing, what was the game? I don't even know. Dishonored 2, which I don't ever played the first Dishonored, I don't know anything about it, but
Yeah,
that's kind of one of the things they're going to be announcing. But then they just came out with Fallout, so they've got a bunch of stuff on their plate.
Yep, and they just came out with well, the console
Elder
version
Scrolls.
of Elder Scrolls Online, which I am playing, which is very. I'll tell you the truth, I haven't played enough of it to make a very valid opinion. I like it so far, but that's me being biased because I love Skyrim.
Yeah, there you go. That's legit. Alright, so what else are we doing on this planet? Are we done with this planet?
I think we're pretty much done with this planet. We got the patrols done. So.
I need one more super to do. Hang on. I'm gonna come here and super these guys. Everything is super!
Thanks for
Alright, so
asking.
that's done. Alright, I need to go to the tower. But I know you need to go. We gotta go to both, if that's cool.
Fine by me.
Alright, so we have that. So we've got the schedule's gonna go like this. I'm gonna give a quick rundown here of that. So tomorrow we have Microsoft at 12:30. We have EA at 4. We have Ubisoft at 6, and Sony coming on at 9 on Monday. And then Tuesday we have Nintendo at 12, and Square Enix at 1, and then there was something else about PC something somethings. I don't know. I didn't care. but so some of the things that I'm excited to see, which we've been talking about, you know, I want to see Mass Effect 4, which I think, I don't know, I guess that group, they tend to come out with stuff like when they did Dragon Age, they did that at PAX, so we may have to wait till PAX to see a Mass Effect, but surely to God they'll tease something out for us. Kingdom Hearts, I want to see a new Kingdom Hearts, and then have it on the Xbox.
Yeah. I want Kingdom Hearts. I was a big Kingdom Hearts fan. They did a few of them that were kind of meh, but like the first one and a couple of the other ones, they were fantastic.
Well, I played 1 and 2.
storyline.
I didn't play any of the other ones. The storyline was fun. It's a super fun series. If anybody doesn't know what Kingdom Hearts is, they took Final Fantasy and Disney, and they kind of mash up. Now, I never played Final Fantasy. I don't know anything about it. I know they're on like Final Fantasy 50,000, and Square Enix is probably going to announce the next 20,000 in their series on Tuesday. but I've never played any of them. But it's going to be cool to see, and I'm excited. I'm really hoping that they have. Hope that comes out. Hope that's a thing.
Yeah,
Adrift looks to be maybe being announced, and that looks, it's like a space survival game. Like I've watched a couple, more trailers have been coming out with it. You just kind of like float through space, and I don't know if you're stuck up there, if your ship exploded, or what the deal is, but I don't know. It looks kind of neat.
Looks interesting. I don't know how much like replayability there'll actually be, but you know what, I might give it a shot. You never know.
Yeah. Oh man, I just maxed out my Lord of Wolves.
Was it quick?
Oh, where are my weapon parts?
And got a key. Yay.
You. So we've got that. Maybe I'm hoping to see some more Division. I'm hoping they'll have some gameplay. Maybe, I don't know, anything for the Division.
Anything at all at this point.
Make me want to play it.
Yeah, we've been in the dark for a little while on that. Like they had a big explosion of info on that thing, and then just
Thanks, Guardian.
dropped off. Like no.
Well, I
more
mean, once
shit.
they said that, well, we're pushing it back, and then after that's kind of went dark.
Yep.
So who knows? We'll see what happens with the Division. I guess they've made a bunch of changes to it, but I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Quantum Break. I don't know if that game will ever see the light of day, but maybe we'll see. That's the like time jumping Xbox game, where it's like a reality TV show is kind of also somehow weirdly tied into it. I don't know. It's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea. It looked cool. Like visually, it looked cool. And they kind of the story that they were teasing with it looked pretty fascinating, but they just kind of it kind of disappeared too. Seems to be a theme with games like, yeah, and they're like, oh crap, we are not even close to ready.
Yeah.
What's the shoot, the new Assassin's Creed, that's gonna be, what's that called? I'm spacing it right now.
Oh, that's the new one with the mob.
Where you get a top hat.
Yeah, you get a top hat, which is really cool.
Mostly you get a top hat.
Which actually they're doing like sweepstake kind of things on that, and if you go to their website, you can actually like bid, like not bid, but like you can. It's weird. They have their own like money system within it, where if you like watch some of their videos and stuff, you get like points, and if you take
Syndicate,
those points,
that's the name of it.
Syndicate, yeah.
Sorry.
You take those points and then you can use them to buy like the equivalent of a raffle ticket for what is a custom Assassin's Creed jacket, like that you can
Tower
wear,
contacts
and it looks amazing. Like I did what I could to try to get that, but there's only one, and I think once the game comes out, they're gonna like pick a winner.
I want to know where you get the top hat. I hope there are sweet commands
The
like
bowler
left,
hat.
right of the D-pad that you get to do sweet tricks with your hat.
That would be kind of cool.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
ready
I
to
think
go
it's a-
to
I
the
think it's a bowler hat.
tower. No, the one I saw had a top hat. The guy had a top hat on. There could be some
Was it
else
actually a
before,
top
but
hat?
the one that I saw, the trailer that I watched, the guy had a top hat.
Okay.
Um,
Alright, where are we going and what do we need?
I need to go to the tower. I have stuff to drop off to Eris.
Eris.
Halo 5, man, that little story is getting really good.
Yeah,
it's getting
no, I'm
crazy.
excited.
So they've got there's been some stuff released about Halo 5 that some people are kind of a little up in arms about. No split screen.
Yeah, count me included in the up in arms thing. I am not okay with no split screen on Halo 5. I get their reasoning behind it. Like
Yeah, they said they want to be able to maintain 60 frames per second, and that they could not do it having a split screen.
Right, and I get that. But at the same time, it's like Halo was built upon people playing split screen, and like I remember people running around with Halo and running over their friend's house, getting all these TVs together, hooking up their consoles before Xbox Live was a thing, having tournaments and all this stuff. And it's like split screen was a big part of that.
And I'm gonna go with that's it, right? Before Xbox Live, we've come to that point now where, I mean, how often do people go over to their buddies' houses and play? Now, granted, if I was growing, if you have a brother or something like that, you're hanging out with a sister, and you're hanging out in your house, and mom and dad don't want to spend a night buy another Xbox and another TV. I get that. That's cool. And I guess maybe that's it, right? That's probably where most of that is. They're probably more of their target audience than you and I. Yeah, well, maybe that's not true, but
I don't know. But I still have friends that come over, and then sometimes we split screen Halo. Like I still do that. Like I don't know. I'm not happy with it.
I'm not happy.
I am not happy.
Killed Cortana, took away split screen.
I know. Don't get me started.
You're welcome, says 343.
Don't get me started.
However, they are doing something really cool. So I guess there's going to be DLC with Halo 5. The game will come with 20 multiplayer maps, and then with the DLC, they'll have an additional 15 multiplayer maps. But they are making the multiplayer maps free to everybody, so that they said that they do not want to divide their community up. They want everybody to be able to play together, to hang out. And so when they say, like when Call of Duty or Destiny, they send out DLC and they have, the maps are out there, then not everybody can play the maps because they don't have the DLC, and that divides your community. They don't want that, so that's what they're going to do. So they're going to make all the DLC maps free to everybody. You get a DLC map, and you get a DLC map, and you get a DLC map.
Which is really cool. Like I'm kind of happy they did that because like I get like people need to make money. Like that's the whole basis behind video games. Like people want to have fun and all that stuff, but bottom line is they make money off of it.
Someone's got to make money. Yeah.
Right. And I get that DLCs, all that kind of stuff. It's one big way of continuously making money off a game that they've already released. So they're like keeping their profits rolling. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, it does. It splits up your fan base. It splits them up because of people who can buy the DLC and then people who can't buy the DLC. And then some people get the maps and some people don't. And I'm kind of happy that they're doing that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty slick. I think, that's a really good thing for them to do. We haven't talked about, we didn't mention it, but Battlefront, that's the other thing that people are excited to see. Who knows what that's going to come out with. Hopefully they'll show some more actual gameplay. I mean, the trailer looked gorgeous, but I'm pretty sure that's not how the game's going to run. I mean, if it actually runs that way, I don't know. I'm not I'm not holding my breath on that. Yeah, a little bit skeptic. I've been seeing, but they got to do something right because there's been a lot of hate for that game. There's no space battle. There's no this. There's no that. There's no campaign, and so there's a lot of people up in arms about what Battlefront's going to be. So I hope they can figure it out.
Yeah, I get people trying to make new games. They're trying to change what your standard video game is nowadays. So they're trying to carve their own path and make something different and all that. But then it's
Destiny
you take something like Destiny did. But then you take something as nostalgic as
Battlefront.
Battlefront, yeah, thank you. You take something as nostalgic as Battlefront, and then you make drastic changes to it. People, the large fan base that you're attracting by even just putting that name on the game is going to get offended by anything you do different. Which, granted, you can do some stuff different, you can take some liberties, but when you change it to that extent, it's not going to work out. Sorry.
Well, let's talk about what they're doing here and what we've seen with two other games that have come out and have failed miserably. Games with multiplayer and no campaign. Evolve and Titanfall. Both of them. Multiplayer, no campaign, failed miserably.
Tanked hard. Some people still play Evolve, but there's no replayability for any of these games. Yes, they say infinite replayability because you get to play different times and they do different things each time and all this stuff, but it's the same basic concept.
Same stuff.
There's no variety anymore. It's just sorry, no. It's gonna tank. People thrive for a campaign. That's where a large demographic is. I wanna
Says the two guys who are playing Destiny that has no story. Sorry.
Yeah, but still, they tried having a story. They gave it a shot.
They tried.
They put effort in. Not we're not gonna have a story.
Titanfall, there was absolutely no story. I had no idea what was going on. I just know that was in a big robot. That's all I really remember.
And you never, yes, and you never. It wasn't guaranteed that you actually, the first time you're going to play the story, that you were going to play it straight through. There was no guarantee. I started the game halfway through the story and was so confused because it's all multiplayer. So you joined up with a already started storyline campaign thingy or whatever the hell it was. And
want to do the daily?
Yeah, let's go do the daily. And I started midway through, and I was so confused, so I had to bail out of that and then try to go into another one. And it was so buggy at first, like all other launch titles.
Yeah, poor guys.
It's just, yeah. But that's just, I couldn't even get through the story properly, and I put it down.
Yeah.
I was disappointed.
So anyway, I'm hoping that that's not the new norm. I think people are trying to do it. And hopefully they see that it's failing, and that when you pay $60 for a game, you want a campaign or a story mission. You want something there to do. Well, that makes you attached, right? You get attached to your character at that point. You get attached to the game, to the story, to the people. And if there's no attachment, if you have no emotional, like say Mass Effect or Halo, Halo had a huge multiplayer scene, but its campaign, you grew to love those characters. And if you have no attachment, then you have no reason to play. You're like, man, they killed who?
Right.
Oh, I don't care. I don't know who that was anyway.
Okay. Right. All right. Wait, are we doing the daily PvP or daily heroic?
We do both.
All right, let's do daily PvP first. That'd be interesting. But yeah, no, you need to actually have some kind of emotional connection to the game besides, hey, it was fun for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? You have to have that. You have to like the people you're playing as.
Right. And
not just
I think they've got
random thing.
They've got some stuff to work with there, I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what else we got here. We have Dark Souls 3 will be coming out. I don't know anything about Dark Souls. I wish. I mean, I've been watching. I would love to play Bloodborne. That game looks super cool, but it's a Xbox exclusive
PlayStation.
or Xbox PlayStation exclusive. But it looks wicked. I would love to be able to play that game.
I'm sorry, I'm not masochistic enough to want to play any of the Dark Souls games.
Dark Souls. I never played. They look. I mean, I hear they're hard, which is fun. I don't necessarily mind it being hard. I'm just curious what it's all about.
I tried it at my cousin's house. I played Dark Souls 1 for like 10 minutes and just couldn't. It's like you're running around this gigantic open area and there's random like enemies that can like one hit you, and then like bosses in other areas and stuff like that. And it's so easy to walk around a corner and instantly die. Like it's not that hard for that to happen in that game. And it's just, I can't do it. I'm not that type of gamer. I'm sorry.
I have all the wrong weapons. This is going to end horribly. I'm just going to tell you right now, I have no weapons that I need. But anyway, so that's Dark Souls 3. The other thing that I wanted to quickly talk about is I watched the Oculus Rift presentation, and it was very lackluster for sure. Come on, Nate. They have no price on it yet. No information so far. I'm guessing they're going to announce all that at E3. Oh my gosh, this thing is horrible. Okay, I have a full auto scout rifle that shoots like a laser gun, and I cannot outgun that. Anyway. Good last word, man.
It's brutal.
It's a thing.
Oh, Lord of Wolves.
Really?
Yeah.
So the weirdest thing about that whole thing was Phil Spencer came out during the middle of that presentation. Like, Phil, what are you doing here, Phil? You're not supposed to be here. Yet there he was. I should not have read that. He came out, so they're going to have the Xbox One controller is going to be the, kind of that controller input device for the Oculus Rift. It looks really cool. It looks good. They've made a bunch of new changes to it. I still don't think I'm ever going to get one, just because I have a feeling it would make me nauseous just trying to use it. But whatever. I think it's cool. I think VR is going to be a really cool thing. Way to do it. I think it has a really big spot with like training for like doctors or surgeons. I think that could be super slick for that kind of stuff.
I can see that.
Where they can kind of get in there and kind of get kind of a hands-on feel for different stuff like that. I think that would be a definitely unique use for that kind of stuff. But who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
Guardian down.
What?
You got fisted.
Yeah, I shoulder charged him and then he fisted me. So I'm not entirely sure how that came about.
I got
that was neat.
Firebolt grenaded and then last word. That hurt.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Alright, back to what we were talking about.
So the Xbox, so the Oculus Rift, they are going to allow you can with the Xbox One. So Phil Spencer came out and you can stream it. I'm gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick that guy up. Oh my gosh, why are we even doing this? I don't have the right guns.
You said we could do it.
No, I lied.
Straight up lying to me.
We're gonna get killed off this heavy so damn bad. They're gonna super us.
So Phil came out.
Heavy ammo.
Phil came out.
Behind you.
Where is this guy? Oh, I couldn't find him. It sounds like they're gonna have but I thought Microsoft, they already have the lens, right? The HoloLens or whatever. So they already kind of have a VR thing. But apparently they're gonna do this as well. I guess this is Xbox as opposed to Microsoft specifically. Because PlayStation, they have their VR headset. So everybody seems to be kind of making sure that they've got an iron in this fire somewhere, because they want to make sure that they're not getting headed out of it. So we'll see. We'll see what they do with it. you are going to be able to stream.
From
With
the
Windows
headset.
10, you can stream. Yeah, with Windows 10, you can stream from your Xbox to your Surface to your computer, so you can play. If somebody else is on the TV or whatever, well, that's not a good place for me to be revived. Oh gosh. Okay, well I survived that. Oh, and you fireborn. Of course you did. Why would he not?
Yep. So somebody else can be watching TV while you're playing.
While
video
you're
games.
streaming and so yeah, you can stream it to your Oculus Rift. It will not be 3D or whatever, but it'll just be like HD in front of you, 2 inches in front of your face. So I don't know if that's going to be cool or not, but there it is. They also have these they've got these new controllers that they're developing.
Which I haven't seen it. I haven't seen those. I kind of want to see like a picture. Do they have anything out on them, or are they just like?
Yeah,
we're
yeah, he had
developing
them there. The guy had them there. Well, so one of the sadder parts of the thing is the guy came out, the first guy, like he's telling this whole story, like VR, la da da, and then he's like, and here it is, and he pulls it out, and he's like, you can tell he was like waiting for the audience to go nuts. They all kind of sat there like, oh, we totally killed that guy.
He died. He definitely died.
That's hilarious. But yeah, he came out and he announced this thing, and he brought out the new model of it, and the audience was just silent, and you could tell he was just kind of like, that was kind of my moment, and nobody did anything. Like there's no clapping, no cheering, no nothing. I felt bad for the guy. I was like, oh man, he was so excited about his new toy, and nobody cared about it.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it was bad. It was kind of bad.
I feel bad. I kind of wish I saw it just to.
It was
be
sad.
Like,
But so then he left, and then the other guy, the CEO of the thing, came out, and he had these new wands, like a combination of the Wii. You got one in each hand, but they're like really small and compact. They really just fit like right in your hand. Don't open the door, Skippy. Bob Saget. Did anybody tell you to play this map?
That Lord of Wolves guy, like, he can get me with that. Easy.
Okay, I got heavy at least this time.
Good.
Except there are now
Yeah.
rockets raining on my face.
Well, at least they didn't get both. That's the important thing here. Why can he kill me with the Lord of Wolves at that range, but I can't?
I just got shot. I got slide shotgun from Lord of Wolves. Wow, impressive. He's just sliding everywhere. So I don't know. It looks cool. They're little bitty controllers, and it's kind of going to be like a new way to interact. So they're going to be trying to find different ways to improve the input devices. That's one of the things that they kept mentioning, that they're going to try to revolutionize, input devices. For years we've been using D-pads and various things like that. These controllers, and so they want to try to revolutionize, the input devices. So who knows? We'll see. You just got wrecked.
I got wrecked by Shadow Price.
I saw that. That's weird. I'm not gonna pick you up.
I don't know if anyone has, like, I think he's like one of the few people that still has a Shadow Price.
I don't know. I still have my Devil so I mean it's all vanilla Destiny.
Well, that was a fantastic gun. That's the thing.
It was. Well, Shadow Price was not too bad. It was back when those things
Auto
didn't
rifles
suck.
were good.
Yeah, that was one of the better ones. I don't know. I think we've pretty much done. We're kind of babbling now.
Yeah, I think we're pretty.
The
much
Xbox
good. I
Rift,
think
or the Rift, it's going to be whatever it's going to be. They're going to reveal more. They've got like 5 or 6 games they're going to have at launch. Who knows?
I don't know.
We'll
But
see. I'm wanting to see how much it's going to cost. That's going to be the kicker. If it's going to be $1,000, I don't know. But it comes with a controller. Comes with a $60 controller, which Xbox is making new controllers now that have audio input, which they should have had in the first place. Thanks for the money grab, Microsoft. You're welcome, says Phil Spencer. All right, well, I think that's it. I think we'll have some information tomorrow. Obviously, we're all excited about tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We'll probably be live streaming and watching it, or doing something like that, live tweeting the event. I'm excited to see what we're going to get. Who knows?
No, I'm extremely excited. Like I look forward to E3 every year. Like it's just one of those things that every gamer just turns their eyes towards, and you know it sometimes there's disappointments, and then a lot of times there's just big reveals that everyone's so hyped about.
And you can play it right now.
Right, and I'm kind of curious like where the scales are gonna tip towards. Is this E3 gonna be fantastic with brand new releases and all these fantastic things, or is it gonna start to go downhill where we're getting like some of the games that are just kind of meh and people aren't too impressed? I'm kind of curious how this E3 is going to play out.
Which was kind of last year, right? Like the only standout game I'm going to say was out of last year was Destiny. People are, the player base in the game, whether people think this is, how are you still playing this game or not, the player base is still there. Like there was, nothing out of last year other than Bloodborne for PlayStation. Yeah. I think The Witcher has a lot going for it right now, people say, which I haven't played that, but apparently Witcher 3 is really good.
Yeah, I've heard fantastic things about Witcher 3.
But there wasn't much that came out this year that was like, oh my gosh, that was it.
Right. And that's the thing. We got teasers to other stuff during that. Like I think we got a Halo 5 teaser last year. But it's just like that's all we got were teasers. They didn't have any like actual releases. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm really hoping that it's going to come through this year.
Yep, we'll see. Disappointment City on the way. Driving the hype train all the way to Disappointment City. Alrighty, well, I think that's going to about wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Flute5311.
And I'm Soul Slayer.
And all you gamers out there, stay committed.